Good morning, Bitcoins, and welcome to day 4 of the Save Chris Ellis fundraiser. Just a quick update this morning. We're going straight to the screen share. Save Ellis at saveellis.org has now raised more than $3,500, which was our original goal. We are now into the bonus goal of $5,000. Let's go ahead and see how we did. Let's open up the blockchain right here, blockchain.info. 169 donors, have donated more than $4,116.85. Our most recent donation was for $38.40. Thank you very much. We also had $1.97, $20.67, $7.26, $2.54, $3.40, $10.36, $20.16, $61. As you can see, there's a lot of small donations, and it really shows that this is a community effort, that we're trying to save Chris Ellis. Everyone just wants him to get healthy. They want to figure out what's wrong with him and figure out if we can fix it. As I mentioned on the first video, and as we talked about yesterday and the day before, we are considering sending Chris to Thailand. It may be cheaper for him to get medical care there. I know that flights might not have been on the original list. They were in the original version of the fundraiser, but I took them out to be more brief and more direct. But we are considering this as a possibility. As CNN has reported with Morgan Spurlock and Inside Man, medical tourism is a huge thing. As you can see from this chart here, for $4,300, he was able to pay airfare and accommodations, get all of these tests done, MRI, blood test, eye exam, EKG, chest x-ray, abdominal ultrasound, consultation, capsule colonoscopy. That's where they put the camera through his body. Woo. And he could get the same tests in America for $7,000 to $14,000. So as you can see, quite a difference in cost. We are considering this. We do have a vote. You can put your vote in. It looks like it's about 18 to 2, 90% to 10%. Most everyone is in agreement that if we can get cheaper medical care for Chris in Thailand, we should give it a shot. The crowd fund for Chris is going well. It's raised more than 323 Great British pounds over on Indiegogo. If you just Google search crowdfund for Chris, that should come right up. And good stuff over there from young Ollie. And I promised to make this a short video because I have to go catch a scooter, go to work. But I wanted to give you perks. Yesterday I showed you a Super Bowl hat. Today, Internet Archive, the hat. How is that? Supporting the Internet Archive. Very cool place. Very fortunate to have a couple of Bitcoin meetups there. A huge fan of their work since the beginning, since the Wayback Machine. I'm also going to show you just a little bit of Star Wars storyboards. It's a very cool book that I got. I actually bought it on, purse.io, 20% discount on Amazon. But, otherwise I can't afford nice big books like this unless they're on sale. So as you can see, it's got all the storyboards from all 3 of the original real Star Wars movies. Kind of some interesting ones there. You can see they're on the Star Destroyer, something like that. Yeah, it looks like Vader on the Star Destroyer, a little bit of the Millennium Falcon. This is where I found a really good one. Oh, here's some from the Speeder Chase. Everyone remembers the incredible speeder bikes through the forests of Endor. What a beautiful scene it was. And again, scenes like this happen because of detailed planning, storyboards. That's why they're making so many comic book movies, graphic novel movies. They're already storyboarded for them. It's the easiest thing to adapt, whatever. I've also got a little bit of Jewel City here. This is from the Pan Pacific exhibition, which was celebrated in 1915 in San Francisco. That's 100 years ago, last year. So they had a huge exhibition here in the city, and they gathered up all of the original art that was at this exhibition. Let me see if I can find a good one. Boring. But they found all the original art, and they put it together, and they let us enjoy it in the museum again 100 years later. So it really was quite something. Looking for some really interesting stuff here. There's some color. I thought this was a really interesting piece. It's a good use of color. It's a very abstract kind of forest scene with some kind of day glow colors. Somebody's calling me on the phone. This is not a good time for a phone call. But as you can see, this is an interesting piece. You can see there's a naked woman. So you didn't think you'd get to see that on the show today. But there it is. That was William Zorak with the colors called Woods in Autumn, and Arthur Beecher Carles with Torso. Torso of a woman. Very, very simple, but that's art. It's some great work. And it's just some interesting things. You can see here's an old subway, old cable car perhaps. It looks more like perhaps London or somewhere. Has some snow. Not exactly San Francisco. But again, this was artwork from all over the country, even all over the world. This one's pretty good. You can see he's probably a soldier. I don't know. Let's see. It says the Vanquished. Yeah. So this is a soldier walking through a field, and he's carrying his fallen banner flag. And even his horse, which is munching on some flowers, is very depressed. But look at the field. The field doesn't care. It's really a beautiful field shot. Interesting stuff. So those are your perks for today. And if you guys would like to donate, we are still going for our goal of $5,000. And if you just go over to the Bitcoin address right here, you can donate. We only need around $880, maybe $884 to reach our goal. If I'm doing the math right, which probably not. Maybe $984. But just go ahead and donate if you have some extra cash, if you haven't donated yet. If you've already donated, thank you very much. This episode's for you too. Just trying to say thank you and just how much I appreciate everyone chipping in for Chris. As I was telling Chris yesterday, we didn't have $3,000, no, $4,000 a couple days ago. And we were talking about options, and we were saying, hey, maybe you could go to Thailand, or maybe you could get another MRI or see a specialist. And now, thanks to you, thanks to everyone donating and everyone opening up their Bitcoin wallets and sending in $5, $20, $100, we now have that option. Chris has that option, and you guys gave it to him. So I really appreciate you guys, and thanks so much for supporting the fundraiser. You can donate at saveellis.org or at Crowdfund for Chris on Indiegogo. Until next time, bye-bye.